Well, I don't think there's any rain on the way. But I don't think she's particularly compassionate towards her. She burnt me with her cigarette!
Accident.
Ed is always seeking Safi's approval in some way, and which is what annoys Patsy most.
I'm your mother's best friend.
Best friend? What kind of friend are you?
What kind of daughter are you? At least she has fun with me.
I care about her.
Care about her? You may dress like a Christian, but the similarity ends there. I sometimes go, ooh, do you think we should say that? I mean, I'm wet as a hen. Well, that sounds awfully unkind. When I heard that Eds was pregnant, I told her to abort! Abort, abort, abort! I said, chuck it down the pan! Bring me
A knitting needle?
a knitting needle!
So were there any moments when you thought, I'm being asked to say this, I'm being asked to do this is an odd thing to...
There's been a couple, haven't there?
Yeah.
Tell us the example you were thinking of.
Well, as Ruby's just said, 7-Eleven, which is was very brave.
The line
Go on,
was,
Jennifer,
sorry.
you explain it.
Oh, it's a joke about 9/11, because it was such a common, everyone was saying 9/11. I just knew that Adina would want to be very sincere about it. It wasn't really insulting, it was just how embarrassing that she'd got it wrong.
It's so lovely to have everything back to normal after that terrible thing last year.
Yeah, 7/11.
What?
Yeah, darling, 24/7. 7/11!
9/11!
9/11, I knew that.
Have you had any other things where you've had a go at celebrities and they've come back? I mean, in this show where we've popped at people.
No, but there is that moment sometimes when you do meet people and you go, oh, and you kind of backflip through scripts going, have I ever insulted you?
Do I remember Paul McCartney in a plane?
No, but you know, I've never been horrible about Paul McCartney, and he accused me of being horrible about Stella McCartney, and I've never been horrible about Stella McCartney
Yes,
either.
yeah, you said if something looked like her hair needed...
never
said
used.
anything. Never said anything about Stella. Loves her clothes. And is...
We never have said.
No,
People often think you have, but you haven't.
you haven't.
Donatella, is she? Donatella Versace, we've done the
Yes,
other
we do insult her quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think she can take it.
Backstage parties landmined with bitch editors and Donatella bloody Versace.
Wouldn't want to step on her.
No.
She'd take your leg off.
Oh, yeah. God, tanned like an old kipper now, isn't she? I think... Yes, honestly, darling, I think even looking at her can seriously damage your health.
Tell me about the slapstick stuff. Is that something you particularly like?
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love a bit of a fall over or a trip up.
Now, prepare yourself for the heat you're not used to.
I think that Joanna did one of the best falls ever when she fell into the grave in death. I think it was the cleverest thing I've seen.
I was quite frightened because the grave was a real grave. It had just been dug for somebody who was dead, as graves are. They'd put a couple of mattresses in the bottom, and I had to stagger into it.
She made her whole body go completely soft.
Jennifer usually falls first. She has the biggest fall. Actually, whatever you do, Jennifer will do it bigger.
It was the
And hurt herself more, but never say a word about it. She also writes in falls, and if she can't write it in, she'll slither down on something.
I think she is a clown. I mean, she is a clown. The two of them, they are a couple of clowns, really, you know.
Oh, she's not here, darling.
Jennifer she is so physically funny.
She's a very clumsy person anyway, and physically sort of jelly.
If there's any chance of getting a new wheeled vehicle, some little sort of something, you'll get it and go downstairs. Go downstairs.
Basically, you see, the inability to not show off from the moment I get on set, to find something that I can hit, fall over, bang my head on, burn myself with, because I know it gets a laugh. To hurt yourself the second you get on set, you've got 'em. I do end up hurting myself, actually. I hurt myself quite a lot. Again, you don't notice until the next day, because if you get a laugh, and if I don't hurt myself enough, I'll hurt myself more to get a bigger laugh. And as soon as you get on the set, you find, you know, a funny appliance or a funny thing or a funnier way to light your cigarette, or it becomes, you know, I know sometimes we have to say, now stop, because we haven't reached the lines yet. We must at some point get on with the script, because people have now, you know, fallen off the chair, slid down the thing, lit 6 cigarettes, burnt their nose hairs on fire. And you think, no, come on now, let's get to the first line. But it is the best fun. It is the best stuff to do.
Eddie, darling, we need some drink here.
Right, darling, champagne. Yep. We've got 1 bottle left, darling.
It's much, much easier to do stunts and falling overs and slapstick on film than it is to do it in the studio. Just time and kind of, you know, ability to cut it right.
Do we get off now, Eddie?
No, wait until the ground comes up. You have to wait until the ground comes up.
right.
Up here. Get ready.
Get
ready,
off now,
Pat.
we get off now.
No, not now. Wait until it comes up. Get ready then.
Right. I'm ready.
You got the volley?
Got
Keep
the
that.
Keep the
What's
ball.
your bag?
Yep.
Ready, ready. Ready? Stop.
Right.
Ready? Ready? Ready now. Eddie, I'm going round again. Right, still at the bottom. Yes, ready?
Just go here. That's okay.
But I think because they're sort of cartoons, you don't really want to put them too much in the real world.
Eddie, what's this? What's this? What is this?
Well, has that been there all the time? This thing.
So the whole sort of structure of the show changes when you do outside filming.
Hey, what the hell?
Which is why I just know it won't work as a film, because the pace is so different.
Taking my friend to hospital. Bob, have you moved? Well, I ain't gonna be a bush anyway, sweetie. I got my green paint mixed up. I've done you, Pat, so you can go.
Yeah, they went to a gîte in France, and that was lovely, because you decided as the producer that we should all have lovely lunch. And it was very nice.
Et qu'est-ce que vous faites ici?
Pat, come here quickly.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites ici?
Oh, God.
Mais en fait, le château est à... Le match est à 400 mètres.
It was freezing, absolutely freezing, and it was a miserable little house that we filmed in. But it was very good fun, that episode, to do.
We need bread, pain, from the bakery, the panery.
Mangerie.
No, no. And to get a few little vegetable from the grocery or something.
It was a nice little episode, that, and I think it's the best constructed of all the AbFab episodes.
I thought you were broke. Where did you get all that money from?
Don't question me.
Where did you get it?
I borrowed it from the bank.
Well, you can't do that. That's cheating.
Listen, you little stoat. I own Park Lane. I can borrow as much bloody money as I like.
And I just thought it was so perfectly paced and beautifully directed.
I need to see my lawyer. I must be allowed to make that telephone call before my freedom is finally snatched away from me.
That won't be necessary, Miss Stone. The white powder we found was a perfectly harmless, innocent...